Quanto mais tempo uma pessoa passa em cetose, mais o corpo vai ficando eficiente na utilização desses corpos cetônicos como fonte de energia. Por isso, muitas vezes as pessoas falam: eu comecei a dieta cetogênica e ao analisar os meus níveis de beta-hidroxibutirato na corrente sanguínea, eles davam bem altos, e agora que eu tô fazendo a dieta há 1 ano, 2 anos, 3 anos, 4 anos, eu não consigo ver a mesma quantidade de corpos cetônicos na corrente sanguínea. Então, uma forma da gente analisar os corpos cetônicos é na respiração, no ar expirado, usando um aparelhinho desse, um monitor como esse track, que na verdade vai analisar as cetonas que nós expiramos. E as acetonas são um indicador da quantidade de corpos cetônicos que nós estamos produzindo ali no fígado. E eu gravei uma entrevista com o Anders Murman, que é o cofundador da Ace Track, quando estive na Suíça para um congresso, e é isso que você vai ver agora. Anders is here to talk about Ace Track. What is Ace Track?
Ace Track is a breathalyzer. In one exhalation, it detects the level of acetone you have in your breath in parts per million. And if you have a high acetone value when you do one exhalation, it means your liver has started to be in ketogenesis or ketosis the last 10 to 60 minutes ago. So it will really see if you're in ketosis and if your lifestyle changes has taken effect.
What would be the usefulness of that for a healthy person and, for example, a diabetic person?
For healthy persons, that's actually the market. We started selling this in Sweden. This is a Swedish product, and we're selling it all over Europe. But we started selling to healthy people that are just interested in their health, or ultra marathoners, and people that would like to see at what point you're energizing your body using fatty acids rather than carbs. So that's the use for that. And we stay with the healthy people. Many times they're not as much in ketosis as they think. And the beauty with it's a non-invasive tool, you can measure as much as you want, is that it will see how much actually during the day your ketosis goes up and down. And you don't see that with blood sampling. If you blood sampling, you have 1 millimole per liter of ketone bodies, you don't know really when that was produced. We see exactly when that's happening and when you go out and how it goes up and down. And the healthy people typically are a healthy body typically doesn't have excess fat, and they typically eat too little fat, dietary fat. So they are not keto adapted, as we say, and then it's really hard to get in there. But then this tool helps them say, they can write in our user forum, for example, and they ask, and then we answer, but if you add some good fats in the morning in your coffee or whatever you want to do, you need to prime the pump a little bit. Then a few days later, they get high numbers. So they can see it works. So you don't get like a theory or a recipe, you get proof. Yeah, for me, and this is also very individual.
Do you use it?
I use it all along. I was not in ketosis this morning, disappointingly, but that could also be that we had a late dinner last night. And there's so many things that can make you go out of ketosis. And when you start using these devices, you see, wow. And for sick people, it's absolutely a good tool to combine with also measuring your blood sugar and also measuring your blood ketones. Those are invasive, they need blood sampling. Ours doesn't. So
it's super expensive to buy.
And very expensive. Ours is quite affordable and lasts for a long time. We don't expect people that are with a diagnosis that have special recommendation from their doctors to switch to our devices. So our main market is really pre-diabetics rather, and people with vague symptoms walking down towards metabolic disorders. It has been known for 100 years that a ketogenic diet or a low-carb diet at least is beneficial. And our devices are actually used in a test now in a Swedish hospital for epileptic children. They could completely go off epilepsy and medicines, or most of them, if they stick to ketogenic diets.
Yes, and can you show us how it works?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a device here, a handheld device that comes actually with detachable mouthpieces. So there's only breathalyzer in the world that has that. In your case, with your patients, you can have one device in the clinic and then we have this one as one-time use. But I will now start the app. So now it's Blue connected, means I have Bluetooth connected. It works with any modern phone, any Android or any iPhone. So what happened now is I will make an installation. Our device is the only one that has a built-in pressure sensor. I will see the pressure I exhale with on the phone, and we do that to make sure that I can exhale with the same pressure over at least 6 seconds. When you're in ketosis, the residue of every fatty acid that is broken down is acetone, and it will be ventilated out through the body, through your lungs. And the half-life of that is 30 minutes. You typically watch the screen. I don't know if you see that, but and then in a few seconds now we will present the result. Anything below 10 is not ketosis. It's all individual, I should say. You establish your baseline, but anything over 25 is typically ketosis, and anything in between is mild. If you have a high number, that means you were in ketosis 10 minutes ago. I have 1, and this is typically for me. So this is the lowest number you can have. It's 1 ppm. And during the day, this is all very individual, but for me, and quite more people that are middle-aged, I tend to have high values only in the morning. Early, directly when I wake up, I have the highest numbers, which tends to mean that I actually produce most keto bodies last few hours before I wake up.
Well, thank you so much. That's very interesting. I wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you for giving. Thanks.